what's up? It's your girl Cameron, and I'm back with your Queen Sugar review for the week. This is season 4, episode number 6. It's a whole lot of funk going on up in here. I think it's allergies. I'm new to Houston, and I never had an Al nor a G allergy until I moved here. So it's a lot happening here, but we're gonna get into this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe down below to my channel and like this video. That means thumbs up directly under this video, directly under. And then if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you can comment and join us in the conversation. Also, make sure you visit all the links in the description box so that you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You guys know we live tweet on Twitter when the show is actually on under the appropriate hashtag. So we got all of that out of the way. Let's get into this review. So you guys know the way that I love breaking down these Queen Sugar reviews is not to go step by step of what happened in the episode, but just to pull out a few little things here and there and discuss it with you guys. Okay, so clearly Blue and Aunt Vi both need therapy. They're experiencing some traumatic things in life, and it is important that they get therapy, that they don't mask it or try to build things on top of it without fixing what's beneath it first, okay? And sometimes in our community, that is not the first thing that we go to. We see Hollywood, you know, trying to massage her and initiate sex and, you know, like asking to rub her down or run a bathtub or be extra helpful at the restaurant. And then he goes out and gets a motorcycle. Everything that he's thinking that he should do, he's trying to do it all for her to try and please her and make her happy. And you know, when it's a mental or emotional or spiritual battle, that means that it's personal or between you and God, right? And so people around you don't necessarily sway it. They don't make it good, they don't make it better, and they don't make it worse. So what's crazy to me is that in this moment, nobody feels the need to be like, maybe Aunt Vi needs therapy. That's not even an option for us in our book because, you know, up until recently, we haven't been able to afford therapy. We've always thought therapy was just for crazy people. That's still a stigma in the Black community, that you only go to a psychologist, psychiatrist, counselor, therapy, if you're crazy. And that the fact of the matter is that's just not true. Now, therapy can be expensive. I believe, though, if you're in like a well-populated area like Houston, you can probably find somebody for a reasonable amount. So, and then they have Talkspace. That's a thing where you can like text a therapist. It costs money, but there's all kind of resources out there for you to talk through your issues so that they don't become trauma on trauma on trauma, and then you're hurting other people based on because of what you went through. All that to say, Hollywood, it's like Vi is like a crying baby and he's just trying to give her anything. You need a diaper change, you want some food, you want peas, you want carrots, you want sweet potatoes, you want the bottle, you want the boob. Like, what do you want? Okay, so the thing with Blue is a lot of us have traumatic things that happen in our childhood and we never heal from them. So they manifest in our adulthood. If you always got a whooping, or if you were always told to stay in a child's place and you were not able to express your opinion or how you felt about things, in your adulthood, you're gonna shy away from speaking your mind. You're gonna feel like the things that you have to say aren't valuable, or, you know, things like that. And those things do manifest in our adult life, and it's up to us. You know, our parents are just people. They raise us how they raise us. But then when we become grown and we understand ourselves and we're learning ourselves and becoming emotionally intelligent, it is up to us to learn why we do the things that we do and start to correct it, because it's never too late to change. It's never too late to correct those things that, you know, that maybe you picked up when you were a kid that you should have just left there. So Cree Summer is doing a great job of being this jealous teacher. But, you know, in the previews, we saw how something was going down there. They have this cat and mouse relationship. You know, obviously Cree Summer, I think her name is Octavia. That's the professor's name. Obviously she's a little bit more advanced and she's a little older, and so, you know, Nova idolized this woman. They had this relationship and now she's back in her life. So we all try to figure out exactly what is her position. She's tagging along on this book tour. She's trying to be Nova's mouthpiece. She's also plugging herself in where she can with her own skills, with her own set of things to try to get her own opportunities on the coattails of Nova. So we see a little jealousy here. We see this whole thing of you owe me because of how well I did you. And you guys know, I just can't stand that narrative. We have to be people. We have to be a people that you give all that you can to someone, and maybe that means like emotionally, spiritually, advice, or helping to build someone up or teaching them something, and that's it. They don't owe you nothing after that. People have to get out of the mindset to where you owe me this because I did this for you, and thinking that you owe other people stuff because they did something for you. That's not the case. It's not the case. If people do not want to help you out of the kindness out of their heart, if they don't want to teach you because it's their job to, then you got to be done with it, okay? So we see the teacher actually try to take an opportunity from Nova. She said something that I thought was interesting. She said, you know, when you're trying to be successful, sometimes you got to put your family in the rear view. And I agree with her in a sense, but it's not just family, it's people, period. Okay, when you're trying to be successful, or when you're trying to change, maybe you're trying to go on a diet, maybe you weigh 400 pounds, you're trying to go on a diet. Those people who have been around you all of your life, they're gonna probably be the main ones that are gonna think that you can't do it. They may not say it out loud, but you know, they're gonna allude to the fact that they don't believe that you're gonna do what you gotta do. That's the whole point of changing who you are, or doing something totally against or totally different from what you normally do. Anyone, family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, goes in the rear view when you have business in front of you that you're trying to tend to. Any distraction. And it should not, I know that we grew up on this whole respect our elders and, you know, they're always right because they're older. That's not the case. And a lot of us are learning that now. And it's honestly, it sucks if you're an older person, but it just feels good to know that I'm not gonna grant you disrespect towards me just because you're older than me. Yes, you've earned respect through that right by all those accounts, but not enough respect to be able to disrespect me. So all that to say, you know, Nova's being played by this teacher. The teacher feels entitled because of what she sold into her and felt like she was special and she didn't entertain no other students. She only entertained Nova. And, you know, Nova kind of sees her for who she is at this point. And I thought it was very good that she did before old girl took even more advantage of her. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Micah and Kiki. I kind of missed that. They're kind of off right now. Hopefully they get back on. I don't know what's going on there. Charlie is running for office, okay? And at this point, like I was saying last week or the week before that, Charlie, she can do no wrong. She just does everything. Okay, Romero, that's his name. Romero is a little nervous for her because he knows how dangerous the Boudreaux and the Landrys can be. And, you know, that's his boo thing. He don't want her to have to go through all this. You know, he's also trying to help her bridge the gap between multiple communities in St. Joe. And so he takes her to this like, it's like a gathering with lots of Mexican people, you know, the Mexican church, the Mexican community. And I think it was Mexican. I'm not trying to be racist at all, but I really do think it was Mexican. So this is where, you know, Micah is hanging out with his mom and Romero. Micah realizes that she really does like this man and, you know, he's happy for her. And this is where we meet Pastor, I don't even remember his name because he was rude. He reminded me of them church mothers that be looking at you up and down because your skirt is 2 inches too short above the knee. Yeah, that's how he was looking. I said, this is not of God. This is not of Christ. I don't like all this judgment on your face just because you think you know Charlie Bordelon. But, you know, we get a case of someone else who doesn't know her and what she's capable of. We get a case of someone else who doesn't know her and doesn't realize what she's capable of. And Charlie, of course, is going to do what she does best. Show them what she know, okay? She turned into Martin Luther Charlie at the end of the episode when she's out there preaching. She got her Band-Aid on like Nelly after they threw a rock through her establishment. I'm thinking, why you didn't have drapes, curtains, blinds down, anything? You got glass up and you know you got enemies in a town mostly ran by them, okay? I think that's all of my notes. We got to see Prosper trying to get his groove back on with this one lady from his past. I was wondering, you know, what fountain of youth he be drinking from, because Prosper looks good, okay? But yeah, that was this week's episode of Queen Sugar. Can't wait to see next week. Oh, we also found out that Nova did include her affair in the book. So now, you know, I'm kind of realizing, I'm kind of thinking that Nova she really did have the purest of intentions. I mean, she mentioned her own dirt in there. She mentioned the lockup with the guy that she had sent to jail or whatever. And then she mentioned her affair with the guy, with the white cop. I didn't like the black voice that the white girls was putting on. Didn't like that. But, you know, it happens a lot. I just left posted a status about when I walk into Sephora and they be calling me girl. And I know that you're only doing that because I'm black. Alright, so that was your Queen Sugar review. Make sure you guys leave your comments down below. I'm Camray. This is Camray Music TV. Thumbs up the video. Subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you guys next week.